Everyone loves a pina colada, myself very much included, and today I'm going to share with you a version of the pina colada which incorporates roasty and toasty flavours, making a really unique and interesting spin on the classic pina colada. Built upon the classic base of rum, fresh pineapple and coconut, we're also adding flavours of roasted coffee, roasted pineapple and also toasted coconut, for quite a familiar version of the drink with kind of layers added on top. Perfect as we drift out of late summer into more autumnal days and flavours. So today I'm going to introduce to you the roasted and toasted pina colada. Welcome back everyone. This channel is all about helping you guys make better drinks, be that coffee, cocktails, matcha, iced tea, or basically anything creative and tasty. I won 2 world championships in coffee cocktails, and today we're riffing on one of my absolute favourite cocktails in the world, incorporating coffee into it. So this really is a great example of what this channel is all about, and if it sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe so you stay up to date. I actually introduced a pina colada recipe which I was really happy with in my completely free 50 video essential cocktails course, which I'll link at the end for you guys to watch. It's a really good introduction to cocktails, 40 recipes, 10 different essential technique videos, so check that out at the end. And although I was very happy with that, a few of you commented that Coco Lopez was either very difficult or very expensive to get hold of in your areas. So I've been working on an updated recipe which doesn't use Coco Lopez, and I'm really happy with the results as a kind of perfect example of a classic pina colada. So first of all, you want to go in with 40 grams of Planteray rum of your choice. I like the 3 stars for a really nice clean, light flavour profile, but you could go with something like the Sealander for a richer, more aged rum character. And sometimes I even like to blend in some Jamaican rum like the Zymaca for a little bit more of that kind of funky, fruity flavour coming through. There are so many amazing rums in the Planteray range that you can experiment and find a huge spectrum of different flavour profiles. Make sure you head to the Planteray website in the description below, and a huge thank you to Planteray for sponsoring this video. You want to go 100 grams of pineapple juice to this, 50 grams of tinned coconut milk, and then we're going to balance that with 10 grams of lime juice and 20 grams of sugar syrup, just to add a little bit of width to the drink, followed by 2 grams of saline solution, 1 part salt, 5 parts water, to bring all those big flavours together. You're going to blend this with 60 grams of ice. Garnish with a nice pineapple wedge. And I just think this is a really nice example of a classic pina colada, really well balanced with a great texture. And we're actually going to use this template today as a bit of a foundation to build upon as we put together our roasted and toasted pina colada. We're going to be blending the drink just like we did before. And the first change we're going to make is adding a darker rum to the mix. So I'm going with Planteray Original Dark Rum, 40 grams of this. This is a blend of rums from Barbados and Jamaica. And the reason I love to use this particular rum in our roasted and toasted pina colada is because it has kind of 2 elements to it. First of all, it's got those delicious ripe tropical fruit flavors coming through, which obviously are perfect with the pineapple and coconut in the drink, but it's also got a little bit more depth in there with some subtle spice coming through, some dried fruit and a little bit of that toasted coconut on the finish. This is a perfect base for the drink and it really is the star of the show. And we're going to build around this with our other ingredients, really leaning into that flavor profile. The next ingredient really reinforces those roasted and toasted flavors. And although this does take a little bit of work to put together, it's 100% worth the effort, I promise you. And it's actually quite simple to do, despite having a couple of steps. So first of all, you want to take a pineapple, remove the peel and the core, and aim for a kind of medium-sized pineapple here. Make sure you don't waste the peel and core, and I'll link a video above on what you can do with this. Chop the pineapple into around about 2 centimeter cubes. Chuck them in a hot oven until you get a nice bit of color on there. And then at the last minute, add 40 grams of desiccated coconut. Keep an eye on this because it will burn quite quickly. And you just want to toast that until it's all got a nice color to it, before blending this with 400 grams of pineapple juice and 50 grams of coconut sugar. Pass that through a sieve to get rid of any stringiness and any solids. Bottle it up. And we're going to add 100 grams of this. And this is in place of our regular pineapple juice. Just brings those really nice roasty and toasty flavors to the drink and adding so much intensity of flavor to our drink. We're going to go 50 grams again of tinned coconut milk, which is going to bring that really nice creaminess and a fresh coconut flavor. 10 grams of lime juice, just for a little bit of acidity in there. And then for our sweetener, we're going to go up to 20 grams of a coffee liqueur. And contrary to how I usually work with coffee liqueurs, I like to go for something a little bit darker roast here. and something quite sweet. And this is because we want to really lean into those roasty flavors. This essentially is the sweetener in our drink, as well as the natural sweetness of the other ingredients. So you can get away with it being a little bit sweeter, a little bit darker, and it actually really works nicely in the context of our roasty and toasty Pina Colada. We're going to season this, once again, with 2 grams of our 1 to 5 saline solution, just to bring those flavors together. And then we're just going to blitz this up with about 60 grams of ice. You can always get a little bit more ice, more of a slushy texture. Going to serve that in a really nice cold glass. You can see it's got that really nice creamy texture. You can char up some pineapple for your garnish. Serve it with a straw. And there we have the roasted and toasted Pina Colada. All right then, let's give it a try. Looks amazing. Super creamy. You've got the really nice flavors coming through from the rum, a little bit of coffee. The pineapple and the coconut are kind of taken to the next level with the charring on the coconut, the toasting coconut, the roasted pineapple. It's kind of intensified the flavors, taken nothing away, and just added layers on top of our pina colada we tried earlier, taking it to a slightly different place. All that tropical fruit's really nice. A little bit of spice underlying there. The coffee comes through quite clearly. I think using a darker roast actually works really well here. And I just think this version isn't like a summery masterpiece like the first one. It's much more autumnal. Got a little bit of mood coming through. A lot more, I think, complexity going on. And I think it's a really nice version of our pina colada. So if you make this drink, I really do hope you enjoy it. If you've enjoyed this video, you can subscribe to the channel by clicking in this box here. I'll put that completely free 50 video essential cocktail course here, and another video, which I hope you'll enjoy here. So once again, a massive thank you to Planteray Rum for sponsoring this video. A huge thanks to you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope you enjoy your roasted and toasted pina coladas. Cheers.